This is the exact moment a leopard cub's life was nearly stolen by the river's lethal intent. A split second from certain death. A lethal flash flood has torn through the heart of the canyon, separating a mother from her cub. The ground is literally melting beneath them. Can we bridge the divide before it's too late? Or will the lineage of this majestic predator be lost to the abyss forever? The power of the water is absolute. It began as a whisper in the dry desert air, a subtle shift in the wind that signaled a gathering fury in the mountains. Every creature here knows the signs. The first drops were deceptive, a gentle warning of the deluge that was gathering force high above the ancient stone walls. They hit the dust with a soft thud, but within minutes, the gentleness was gone, replaced by a relentless downpour that saturated the red rock and filled the dry veins of the earth. The sky opened. The landscape began to transform. Water, usually a rare gift here, was now gathering with a dangerous and singular purpose. The canyon was no longer a sanctuary. A low-frequency roar began to echo through the canyon, a sound that every creature in the wild knows to fear. It's the sound of the earth being torn apart. Then the flash flood arrived, a wall of energy and silt that tore through the leopard's territory with absolute, unyielding force. It moved faster than any predator. This was nature at its most primal and destructive, reclaiming the corridor with a fury that defied any attempt at resistance. The canyon was being reshaped in real time. Trees that had stood for decades were uprooted in an instant, their roots no match for the hydraulic pressure of the silt-heavy water. Absolute chaos. For the leopards of this region, this canyon had always been a sanctuary, a place of hidden caves and reliable hunting grounds, masters of their domain. They move with a grace that hides their power, masters of an environment that usually bends to their will. But today, the rules of the wild have changed. A mother and her cub were caught in the path of the storm, their peaceful existence shattered by the sudden, violent roar of the rising tide. Every second counts. In the chaos of the rising tide, they were ripped apart. The river's lethal intent had found its mark, leaving a life in peril. The mother is helpless. The mother could only watch as a wall of water surged between them, a brown divide that felt as wide as an ocean. Her cub was gone from her side in a heartbeat. Her desperate cries were lost in the thunder of the flood. She was a mother in mourning, refusing to accept the river's lethal intent. Maternal instinct is absolute. The cub was a shivering ghost in the mud, trapped on a fragile lifeline as the water continued to rise. He is alone, terrified, and seconds from the abyss. Seconds away from being swept into the abyss, the cub's survival was now being measured in minutes. The fall ahead was certain death. The river is absolute. The Wild Echo rescue team arrived just in time. They were the cub's only hope in this lethal, waterlogged landscape. A miracle was the only option. The technical challenge was immense. Every anchor driven into the stone was a lifeline over the abyss. We waded into the powerful surge, battling a current that carries the weight of mountains. Debris hits were constant, logs the size of cars rushing past us. We reached the ledge just as it began to melt into the river. Secured him. Phase 1 was complete. Back at the medical tent, our team worked with surgical precision to stabilize the cub. Every trace of silt was wiped away to ensure his mother would recognize his lineage. As the storm receded, the canyon fell into a heavy, expectant silence. We set the stage for the primal connection. Through our long lenses, we watched the mother emerge. She detected the heartbeat of her cub through the damp canyon air. Watch as she verifies his identity in a raw moment that defies the laws of the river. This is why we risk everything. The lineage is saved. The balance of the canyon is restored. Join Wild Echo Tales for more stories of survival and hope. Stay wild. Every life matters. Every rescue counts.